Hi. Again, I'm going to tell a story from a book that is the autobiography of Swami Rama, Living with the Himalayan Masters. And the chapter's name is Misuse of Mantra. So this is an interesting story. As you already know that Ram Swami was very funny and very stubborn when he was a child, and in his young years, around 16 and 18 years of age, you can say. So there are some scriptures or the manuscripts in the monasteries, and these manuscripts are forbidden to be read by anybody except for the head of the monastery, and they have very specific rituals and discipline that is needed, and the way the mantra is spoken and its effect, and then only it's going to benefit whatever it is that mantra is. So the guru of Ram Swami was given some responsibility to carry some of these manuscripts, and as usual Ram Swami was always accompanying his guru. So his guru, Ram Swami's guru, told Ram Swami that you shouldn't be reading this manuscript. It is only for the head of the monastery, and it can give a lot of negative effects if not done in a proper way, and it is not just for anybody. So explaining that to him, they left. And they were like, Ram Swami was carrying one of the manuscripts that his guru or his master gave him to just carry. And in his mind, Swami Ram was thinking. So I'll tell you what he was thinking. He was thinking, he told about himself that how he was first. He said, I was obstinate and eager to know what was written in them, the manuscripts. I was 18-year-old, fearless but somewhat irresponsible. I thought I was quite advanced. Why did they write these manuscripts if they are to be left unused? I should do experiments with the practices in these manuscripts. So he decided to do some experiments because he thought that he is mature enough to do that. My master is very powerful. He will protect me if anything goes wrong. He over-depended on his master, and he was just a big trouble for his master. That's also true. So the master had told him not to open this, and he in his mind calculated that how he's going to do it. So he decided firmly that if one of these scripts is left with me, I will watch for my opportunity. And on the way, they came to the bank of the Ganges, and there they found a small hermitage, and they decided to stay. It was a hut, and there was no window in that hut, and only one door. So once his master went to sleep, he had that manuscript. So he decided that he's going to open it. He locked the door from outside, and he was guarding that hut and with the manuscript, and there was a full moon that night, and so he started reading the manuscript. And after reading it for an hour, the manuscript was saying that there is some mantra and its uses and how it is done, the discipline which is required, and he was supposed to repeat that mantra in particular tune for 1001 times. Now he started reciting that mantra, and then what happened that there was a point when he completed 900 times and nothing happened. So he thought that maybe it is useless, it won't work for me. And then once he reached 940 times, a huge woman came, okay, that size he had never seen. So a huge woman came, and she started putting up the words, and he kept going with the mantra, okay, and now he was about to reach 960. She was putting the fire on the words, and then she brought a huge vessel and filled it with the water and started boiling the water. Then by the time he was at 960 and then reaching 970, he saw a huge gigantic man coming towards him, and he came from the same direction from where the women came, and he was so huge, he had never seen such size of men in his entire life. In any case, he was reading the mantra, and there was a mala in his hand from which he was making the count, and when he started coming towards him, he forgot that count, and the mantra was going on in his hand, and he was staring at that man. So the man said to the woman, what you have cooked for me? So she said, I have nothing, you bring me something, then I'll cook. So he looked at that man. Why don't you cut him into pieces? He pointed towards Ram Swami. Why don't you cut him into pieces and cook that for me? And he started coming towards him, and Ram Swami's teeth clenched, and he was fainted. He was fainted, and then he doesn't know till when he was unconscious, and then he remembered that his master he slapped him on his cheek, and he wake up saying, oh, that giant is going to carve me up, and lapse again into a faint again, and he fainted 3-4 times like this. So he kicked him, and finally he came back into his senses. And then the master said, why have you done this? I told you not to practice these mantras, and you locked me in, you foolish boy. From this experience, Ram Swami realized the importance of mantras. He came to know that the mantras really work, and he started practicing his mantra that was given to him by his master, and began to count on that mantra whenever he fall into difficulties, because it was he was very frequently encountering difficulties, as he was very careless and amateur. And he says that the mantras require specific spiritual discipline, and if you know the meaning of that mantra and then you recite it in a particular way, then only it will yield benefit. And the best benefit you can get only when you have purity of mind, and you have a trained mind. And the impure and untrained mind will cause hallucinations that he had in this case. So without knowing the meaning of the mantra, the proper feeling cannot be aroused, and without strong feeling, mantra and its technical repetition is not of much use. So this is the story. Again, this is from the same book, and there are many other funny stories in this book. If anybody wants to read it, I will the name of the book, and this is quite interesting autobiography. I have few other books, I've read many books, so I might just read some chapters from those books and share with everybody, because those things inspired me, and probably it might inspire somebody out there and change their way of seeing things. And about I made a video on this true love. So I have got some feedback from the people, like on my personal messages and through voicemail and things like that. People have given me their opinion, and some have few have shared on that video. So I'm going to make a sequel on true love, giving my thoughts on it, and sharing others' thoughts, what they think about it. And what I want to say is that I was not talking about the ideal true love, that it should be like what we are able to do, like what we are capable of doing. That is what I want to know, because we know what is right, we know what is perfect sometimes, but what are we capable of? So stay tuned and keep watching these videos, and please promote my channel. It takes a lot of courage to come on screen and share your thoughts and everything, and I was thinking of making these videos a long back ago. And give me your feedback and share your views. Thank you, take care, and like, share, subscribe, comment.